XRP is slowly starting to break higher. It is something to watch out for because it's not only in a 2-hour chart. As you slowly come to the higher time frames, you're starting to see that. What do I mean by that? On a 4-hour, you now have XRP breaking higher. On a 3-day chart, you have this long wick. In last video, we talked about this before you actually got this, saying watch, this is a possibility. Now, that's the reality, which means now the market is showing you different signals that you can actually utilize for your future. In next 2-3 months, it's going to be super interesting. Watch. Some of these assets will do this kind of a phase. Some of them would do this. Now you have like 3 or 4 different Wyckoff patterns for sure. So you'll see some of them making bigger springs, some of them without springs. So don't get confused. Just look at the macro trend and what it's doing. This is the altcoin market excluding Ether. So you are looking for all the other coins, including XRP. And XRP plays a big role in that. So this structure now shows you it's here. So what happens in both cases, what happens when we reach this SOS, which is the phase D? We are preparing for ourselves to go into the phase E, which is the mark up phase, which is the higher momentum, high bull market, high FOMO, all of those hyper highs kind of things. And that's coming soon. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. When you look at the crypto index, which is the fear and greed index, you can actually look at what's happening in the last 7 days. We're not doing much last 1 month. We're kind of in the same range, and that's not here at the bottom. That's something at the top. So you can slowly move back, and you're like, okay, the trend is slowly increasing. The buyer strength is slowly increasing. This is really looking good. But are you really at the top here? Are you peaking in this index? I don't think so. We're still trending to the upside for sure. You'll see volatility like this for sure. But you still have a long way to go. What you are looking for is the extreme fear towards extreme greed, not just the fear and the greed. That's short-term thought process. You don't want to get stuck into something like that when the market is actually showing you this is the macro possibility. Because if you're stuck with that, then the micro possibilities, you'll miss them. Say if you go into the market and you are taking benefit of what the market is giving you, then you're like, okay, some of these assets are running higher. We've been following them through, right? Some of these assets are doing fine even when the market itself is slow. What is happening there, right? This is the macro perspective which the market gives you. You're watching some of these assets slowly grinding higher, breaking through different resistance. All of them has their own pattern. Some of them are highly correlated. Some of them look almost same, which is good. But when they move up, it's good. When they're slow, it's not. If you have 5 assets in your portfolio and 5 of them are highly correlated, like XRP, XLM, XDC, if that's your portfolio, then your patience and discipline level should be super high. Why? Because if not, you're watching all the other coins running up and yours is still there. And it's really hard to hold on. And those people who hold on, they are becoming mature enough as an investor. If not, you'll jump around. I still see a lot of people jumping around, and I kindly say, brother, sister, watch. These are the things you have to understand. If you want to balance that, in the one-on-one session, I keep that clear. Now look for different things. Based on their portfolio, I give them like, okay, you are not in the AI, you're not in the gaming. You can actually look at this. The trend is like this. So watch what the trend is. That helps you enormously. So when the crypto greed is showing you it's going up and the altcoin market is showing you it's entering into this particular phase, whoa, what else should you be looking at? Now, yeah, obviously you can look at the total market. This is the total crypto market. What does it show you? Remember last time when we had this positive divergence forming, and which was like a hidden bullish divergence, we talked about this possibility of going back up. That was in November, December, 2022. A lot of people were mocking us. But we saw what happened. Then, when we came back to this level, even those who I respect in terms of TA were saying, no, we are going down. This is a double top. But again, I was saying, okay, the short term on a daily chart, you're getting this. On a weekly, you're getting a hidden divergence. So a lot of things were playing out. And now we are here at this point. So Bitcoin is like $37,000. The actual crypto market is still close to $1.4 trillion. We're still 400 billion up from like a month or two back. Say, if you look at this, remember we were at $1 trillion in October, mid part of the October. Now here we are $400 billion up. So if you don't think that's a bull market, now you should actually ask the question, okay, what are you really following? Are you looking at the Elliott waves? Are you looking at the Wyckoff system? Which side are you really following? Because here I can see, okay, if you're a Wyckoff guy, you're in the markup phase. What are you looking at? This thing, your SOS, it's the time to enter. If it's me, I would think like that, right? So now, what can you anticipate? If you are someone new, you haven't doubled down into the market, maybe, I think, right now, once you go up from here and come back down to this range, that's your local support. You may have one bounce. So don't FOMO into that. This is my humble opinion. Why? Because you're here. You actually done this run up. You came back down. You're consolidating here, which is similar to what we have done before. That means you may actually get a write-off where you will see a lot of altcoins, especially those who are trending, popping. Sure, there is no doubt. But then you may see something like this. Now, the recovery would be V-shaped recovery. So if you're a long-term guy or a long-term individual, that doesn't impact you. But if you are looking to get a better position, then you may use this dip to get in and accumulate. Now, after you go to this, so in Bitcoin terms, what does this mean? You may actually see the price going to $40,000 to $43,000, say 40 and above, just above 40. Then you may come back down to 36, 37. Now that's the current price. So in Bitcoin terms, you're not getting a lot. But in altcoins is where you will see those drop. When Bitcoin sneezes, we all know the entire altcoin market is kind of getting a high viral fever, right? So during that time, you can take in assets which are dropping crazy, but still trending high on the macro. Now, this all come back into what we are looking here, because the reason I'm taking us back into XRP is this. This is a chart which is excluding Ether, but not XRP. So if this is showing you're going to go up, XRP has to go higher. There is no other way. If XRP itself is not moving, that chart will have hard time moving up. So now we are zooming out. Okay, we're watching this is happening. We understand the fact that, okay, XRP on a macro right now shows you some bullish signal. And I'm really happy about that. Why? Say, we've been for now, for us, we follow through. We follow through. Say, earlier today, we actually had the follow-up of XRP breakout, right, on the micro. But before that came in, I highlighted, okay, this is something we are looking at. A lot of different assets which you're watching running right now has been followed up clearly in this market. Now, you can ask like, okay, right now when we are here, it's easy to ask like, okay, we have done this, we are going this way. No, the SI family was different. When we are here, we told there is going to be a bluff coming in where the market would kick a lot of people out and then go higher. Don't believe me? Come back. We are talking about this. So that was back when? August 15. And I quoted that as important market update. Now, back then we didn't have 720 plus members. It was like 400 members. Now, a lot of people realize, okay, this guy has something. Now, after I posted this, just in 2 days' time, we had this coming in, right? We started doing that bluff. Now, what's next? That's the important factor to understand. When you're in this phase, that bluff is this, your last point of support or the LPS. That's what we just got. So, in my opinion, this was the area to position yourself well enough. Now, remember, that was the same thing which I personally was saying you guys back then, I doubled down on a lot of my trades when we were at this range. It did not look like the best decision at that time. It was based on all these studies and analysis. Right now, it was like, wow, that was a great decision, right? Now, that's what I'm talking about. If you're in the market now, you have to think about all the different possibilities and weigh in which one has the higher odds. As an investor, you don't really know what the hell is going to come in tomorrow, but you're trying to analyze what can be the best position which I can take. And if that's you, then I would actually argue that SI family and being in this family gives you the best perspective out there in the market. We are growing fast. The family is now 726 members, taking benefit of all these calls, updates, which are regular. We don't actually skip it because the market is now at a phase where you are about to enter into the phase E. Phase E is FOMO, but there is a key in it. Before we enter into the FOMO territory, usually the whales don't want you, me, and others to just directly jump onto the FOMO and ride that. They don't want us to do that. They would actually look at that and say, there's a group of weak individuals. Let's kick them out. So that kind of a move in the market is still possible. They may actually push. Now, if that's with you, then if you have a levered trade with your stop loss close to the current profit, or say a trailing stop loss following the price, they will kick you out first, make you just a liquidity, the dumb money, and then ride higher. So for us, I personally give the maximum breathing room for my trades and I look for what the whales are doing. So for that, what you can do is to look at the RSI. Right now, the RSI on a 4-hour suggests, okay, there is a bigger possibility that you're doing something like this. There is an even bigger possibility where your trend line looks something like this. If we break this to the upside, okay, we should go higher. The scenario we explained here, that's materializing sooner than we expect. So if you are in XRP, the primary thing you are looking at is this. You want to see this break higher that is trying to do just that. Now the next level is your moving average, which is 0.6434. So XRP breaking above 0.65 means now we are looking for the next leg up. Short term, it's easy. You can just use a fib to get an idea of where the hell we are going. Like, previously we have seen how things evolve, but it won't be perfect, but it still gets somewhat closer in short term moves. Short term moves. So here it shows you, okay, we can go up, and how high can we go in this rally? We may go above $1, which is still fine. And that would be the three phases, the 1, the 2, and then you will still have the third wave structure on that micro structure. So this is 1, this is going to be 2, and this is going to be 3. There's something that like that coming in for the total move of this phase, which takes you somewhat close to 2.2, say being conservative, somewhere around $2, $2.2, this should actually top off. We will see correction, but I don't think in XRP terms we're coming back to this trend line. That usually does not happen. This is that phase where you take off and you don't actually come back down after this move down. You don't actually do that. Instead, you consolidate there and then move higher. So if you do that, that means around $2 to $1.7, you will see a consolidation there and then the next leg up. So for the price, doing a 10x is not a big deal. A lot of assets do that. So that means we're looking at $17, $20, $25. So say, let's be conservative and say, okay, 15 is somewhat we are looking at. Fine, great. We can put that into perspective. As we go up, we'll follow up. We'll look at all of this, and that's exactly where the divergence comes in, just like this. How many of you were informed that the market was about to do this and then go back up? How many of you actually doubled down on your assets? Because I was talking about this. For me, this is an opportunity to DCA, dollar cost average, and I did that. And I informed you guys in the group. Now, I'm as honest and as trying to be as open as possible so you guys get to take benefit of that. Now, when you come to the market, this is a possibility if you are that guy who is entirely in XRP. But yeah, for sure, you have a lot of different assets in the market, which are showing you different signals, different stuff. We are looking at almost all of them. You now have AI, you now have gaming. You will see money flowing from one segment to the other. So if you are that guy who's looking to rotate money in with maybe 5-10% of your portfolio to grow that, then SI Family is the best option out there in the market. Now, you can take a trial, 7-day trial, and see, look through all the charts which we've been posting for like 6 months, a year, whatever you want to see, and analyze, okay, is this guy 70% accurate? Is this guy 10% accurate? You can weigh in and then take your final decision. So guys, if you received value, smash that like button. And if you want to take benefit of this bull market to the best opportunity as possible, join the SI Family. This Patreon link in the description will take you to that. So again, if you haven't hit that like button yet, I really would like to request, please smash that like button for me. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.